We have a major update on Julius Randle and his contract extension with the Knicks. According to recent reports, Randle was pushing the Knicks to go out and find a backup center that they can add to the roster. Recently, they just re-signed Precious Achiuwa. Now they have that backup big. The main question now is, are the Knicks going to extend Julius Randle come August 3rd? Well, according to an SNY NBA insider, he reports that the Knicks and Julius Randle are not even thinking about a contract extension at this point in time. We're going to break down these latest reports and so much more today. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. And make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss a second of the new content. And now, let's get started. Here are the latest updates about the Knicks' plans for Julius Randle and his upcoming contract extension. As we all know, come August 3rd, that's when Randle will become eligible to sign a new contract extension with the Knicks. But the main question is, will he sign that extension? Earlier reports indicated that Randle wanted the Knicks to focus on getting a backup center. Now we address that situation by getting Precious Achiuwa. So now the main question is, now that we got that backup big, will Randle focus on his contract extension? Will he think about other things? What are the Knicks' plans right now for Randle and what they're looking to do with that contract extension? Because the time is coming up soon where they have to make a decision on it. Well, thanks to Ian Bagley of SNY, he helps report that the Knicks and Julius Randle at this very moment do not have the contract extension at the forefront for them. Shout out to Knicks videos on the app X for giving us the following information. According to Ian Bagley, I think it would take a major shift in thinking on both sides to get an extension done for Randle when he is eligible early next month. Bagley reported that at this very moment, neither for the Knicks or for Julius Randle, both of them do not have this contract extension at the forefront of their minds. They're all focused on other things, trying to help this Knicks team get better as we move forward into next season. That's the main goal, getting a championship. That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody has on their minds. Not extension, just titles. And just before it's mentioned in the comments or anybody asked about a potential Randle trade, I want to mention the following from Jeremy Cohen. Shout out to him on the app X for giving us the following information. According to him, the Achiuwa signing means the Knicks have less salary to send out in any trade this summer. You want Cat? Have to add Hart or DiVincenzo to Randle and Robinson. Want anyone making $20+ million? You have to include Hart or DiVincenzo in that type of deal. What does that mean? It means that it's likely no trades are going to happen for the rest of the offseason. The next trade the Knicks are likely going to make is going to come at the trade deadline or a little bit before it. And in case you were wondering, Precious Achiuwa does not become trade eligible till December 15th. So you can stop including him in trades right now for Jalen Brunson. He cannot be included in any deal now that he signed a one-year contract with the Knicks. Shout out to Ian Bagley for giving us the following information about the Knicks and what their plans are for Julius Randle and that contract extension. It doesn't surprise me that the plans have not changed. Again, Julius Randle is injured. He's coming off of an injury. He didn't play in the postseason. That means his value is down. And if you're any team, regardless of who that player is on your franchise, you need to see it in action before you give that player a contract extension. And even for Randle, with that contract extension, if he signs it now, he's going to make less. Now, of course, he probably wants to take less anyways for the Knicks because he wants to give them that flexibility, just like Jalen Brunson did. But if he waits till next offseason, he can still make a lot more money and still take less, help the Knicks, and give him that flexibility. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do because it makes sense for him and his career. Julius Randle in contract years normally goes off. He has monster years. So if he does that again for the Knicks, it's only going to help him and the money he's going to get in the next offseason. And if he has a great regular season and a great postseason, his value is going to skyrocket. Now, maybe the Knicks are looking to trade him next offseason in a sign and trade. Or, depending how far they go this year in the postseason, they may not do that, and they may keep Randle for the long term It's all going to depend on this season for me and Julius Randle. If he does really well and has a great impact with this team, understands his role, does bully ball Randle, and does the things that makes him great to help this Knicks team become better, he is going to remain a Knick for a very long time, because that means he understands what his role is on this team and he knows how to maximize his abilities. If you get that type of Randle, it's going to be very hard to trade for any player and get that type of ability, that level of focus, that level of commitment. Julius Randle is giving you that and so much more already. He's not even pushing for a contract extension because he understands the assignment. A championship is all that matters. And if you can help the Knicks get a championship and keep them flexible so they can continue to make moves to make this Knicks team better each and every year and extend our championship window, that's what you need. That's the players you need on this roster. And each and every time Julius Randle has a chance to prove himself, he proves it time and time again that he's a New York type of guy. He's a player that's willing to take less to help this team get better. He did it before, and guess what? He's going to do it again. Is Randle going to get that contract extension in early August? In my opinion, I do not believe that Randle is going to get a contract extension with the Knicks this summer. That extension, if it comes, is going to come next offseason because that makes sense for the Knicks and it makes sense for Julius Randle. Randle can also maximize the most amount of money he can get for the Knicks by waiting till next offseason as well, too. That's why I think he's going to do it. And ask yourself this question. With the Knicks right now, all the money they just gave out, all the money they just guaranteed, do they really want to settle down and guarantee even more money to a player who's a three-time All-Star? I'll give you that. But still, he's coming off of an injury. He still needs to prove himself in the postseason. He still needs to increase his value. All of those things are true. And because of that, it makes sense for the Knicks to wait and watch and see what Randle does. And if Randle does very well, he's going to get that contract extension anyways. But if he doesn't, at least the Knicks can pivot a little bit and think to themselves, well, he didn't have a great regular season or postseason. Maybe we shouldn't give him this amount of money. Maybe we should trade him. Maybe we should do this. It opens up your options. Signing him right now to a contract extension is going to limit the Knicks. If they wait, it's going to open them up to a whole host of options. And don't give me that if they wait, Randle can leave for nothing. Randle is not going to do that. Time and time again, Randle has shown he is loyal to New York, he is loyal to the city, and he is loyal to James Dolan and Leon Rose. And that is always going to be true. And because that's going to be true, he is never going to walk for nothing. The Knicks are always going to be able to get something for him if they want to trade him. But as you can clearly see here, the goal is not to trade Julius Randle. If anything, according to Jeremy Cohen, it's harder for the Knicks to make a trade right now. So you can stop all, well, the Knicks can still make a move. They can still make a trade. While that's true, given the assets they're going to have to give up in that deal, I would pretty much guarantee the Knicks are not going to make any other trades for the rest of this offseason. The next trade they make is going to come at the trade deadline, likely including Precious Achiuwa, whoever they sign with their mid-level exception, and those protected picks, likely for an impactful backup center that we always needed on this team. But that's the move you can look out for. An extension, that's not going to happen. A trade, that's certainly not going to happen. And let me tell you this, because nobody wants to mention this, but I've been saying it for a while now, and I want to mention it again. Why would the Knicks trade Randle, move on from Randle, or do anything with regards to Julius Randle besides watching what he can do with this roster next season? Why would they do anything else? They haven't seen Randle play with this roster fully healthy yet. At all. They haven't seen Randle, Mikal, OG, Jalen, and Mitchell Robinson yet. So if you haven't seen it, why would you rush to make any type of move like this? It doesn't make sense. What does make sense for the Knicks to do is to put that lineup out there and watch what they do game after game after game. Because in my opinion, the starting lineup we have right now is a death lineup for the rest of the league. You can't stop that lineup. Offensively, they're torturing you. Defensively, they're torturing you. You can't stop them. And with Randle inside, something that we sorely needed against Indiana last year, we're going to have it back and then some. And his ability to draw 2 or 3 defenders inside the paint to allow our corners to be open, our perimeter shooters to be open, and for him to have even more ability to operate in the paint if the other defenders don't want to leave our shooters. That's what we have right now. It doesn't make any sense to do anything with Randle besides put him out there and watch what he does with this team. And spoiler alert, it's going to be magical what Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Mitchell Robinson do on that court next season. The lineup already sounds scary. I am so hype. I cannot wait for next season to start so I can watch this Knicks team run through the league and do exactly what I expect them to do. Go all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, take on the Celtics, take them down, and go to the NBA Finals, where we always belonged. Wait and see, folks. It's gonna happen. We finally have the roster to make it happen, and Randle is a huge part of it. But what about you guys? What do you think about these latest reports from Ian Begley indicating that the Knicks and Julius Randle are likely not to get an extension done come this summer? And that extension is likely going to happen next offseason. Let me know in the comments below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans. Peace.